The public schools, they have a reputation and they want to keep that reputation. Also, they tend to attract better, more highly qualified teachers. Not in all cases, but that's the tendency. Further, class sizes are much smaller. So during my time at public school, there were approximately 12 pupils in every class. This compares with a comprehensive or state school where there are in excess of 30 pupils. So there's lots more individual care, individual attention, discipline is much stricter, expectations are much higher. If for no other reason than the parents pay a lot of money and expect, I mean, it's like getting a ticket into one of the best universities to go to a public school. Most people do go on and go to Oxbridge or one of the top British universities. Why does bullying exist? I think bullying exists in every school, Anna, to be honest with you. In public schools, there's maybe more bullying than in comprehensive schools. I mean, it's different to say. Different schools, are managed differently. But within the public school system, there's a system of prefects. And these are older boys who are given certain responsibilities. Now, this is great if they live up to their responsibilities, but quite often they can abuse their power, and there can be a lot of bullying. Let's not forget also at public schools, they're fee paying, and money is everything. And bullying can occur if some students or some pupils, don't have as much money as other pupils, and lots of problems can occur. It's quite worrying when we think that many of these people go on to become judges and have positions in society, having been brought up in such a manner. Of course, the authorities would, or the school governors, or the people, the headmaster, would clamp down on any bullying. Of course, it's not acceptable, but there's a code of conduct amongst the pupils, and also I'd like to add that many public schools, they've changed now, but certainly when I was at school during the 1970s and before, were boys-only schools. So there was no balance between boys and girls. There were boy-only schools. So how can I say? So the atmosphere at the school, was very male and very male oriented. So it was all about being big and strong and not showing your emotions and things like this. And of course, when you're in a situation like that, and you feel it's wrong to tell superiors if something horrible happens to you, bullying does occur and continues to occur. In actual fact, at the school that I attended, it was common practice to pick on the younger boys. This was particularly bad at the age of puberty, so the age of between 11 and 13, 14, as young boys reach maturation. And just for having a high-pitched voice, when a voice hadn't broken, these pupils, for no reason of their own, would be labelled squeakers, because their voice, they squeaked like mice, and they would be beaten and punished. And the other common thing that happened, we would be in different houses. Each public schools, there are different houses, so boys were assigned to different houses because most of them are boarding schools. I was a day student at a boarding school, but most of the boys slept at the school. And the older boys would come on squeaker hunts, and they would beat the younger boys, take them to the showers, turn on the water, make them stand in the showers, for half an hour, get soaking wet, and nobody dare say anything about this. And when I look back now, I wish I'd have been braver. I wish I'd have stood up and tried to put a stop to this, because clearly it's wrong. But you know, when you're young, you're impressionable, you're in this environment, it's very difficult to stand up against such pressure.